Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and well, it's been a while since Scott has sent us some flea market finds. I feel like I am abetting an addict maybe, but I had asked Scott next time he goes to his West Coast flea markets that I would like him to find me a Penn Squall or a Penn Fathom, because the folks over at Comexis sent me a replacement handle that they had just released. They had asked me if I could do the video on it. And I said, sure. The only problem was I didn't have a Penn Squall or a Penn Fathom. And so I know that Scott's out and about finding reels out in Southern California. And I had asked him if he could do me a favor and find one for me. And well, he did that. And we did the video. And it's a beautiful reel. This is the Penn Squall 30 in excellent condition. And we installed that Comexis handle on it. And that spins beautifully. And I can't wait to put line on this one and get this one out there fishing. I like a Penn reel like this. It's kind of the modern day jig master. It does not have the level wind function, and it does have ball bearings on both sides, which enables that spool to spin free and easily. And well, that's equal to good casting distance. So you got the nice casting distance. When you hook up, you got a beautiful power handle. That's the same size as the original Penn. You can watch the video on it. The original Penn has a rubber handle. This one fits nice to the grip, and when you hook that sea monster, well, it's a nice reel to bring those in on. Well, Scott did some shopping for himself. I think that's why I said I'm aiding and abetting a fishing reel fanatic, but he did send me a couple of boxes. Actually, he sent me so many boxes. Well, I'm going to have to do this in a two-part series. So he was really out there shopping the other day and found some beauties. And let's take a look at what he's sending me. We'll talk a little bit about the reel, and if I plan to do a video on it. And if I don't plan to do a video on it and you would like to see one, leave that in the comments section. I will either do a video for you if I don't have it in my library, or I will point you in my library to where that video may be. Well, before we get started, the best way to see those and to enjoy those videos is to subscribe to my channel. I would ask you to do that, and if you do subscribe to my channel, please use the notification button. That'll help you to see when I'm posting videos, and well, maybe you'll get to learn some things along the way. The idea behind Second Chance Tackle is to teach you how to repair the reel yourself, the old DIY kind of approach, and well, to increase your knowledge and your understanding. Try to pass along what I've learned over time so that you can enjoy the fishing reels as much as I do. Let's start then with some of the finds that he has. Here's a fun one. This is the Penn Surfmaster 100. So the Surfmaster is one of the original reels that they came out with. It goes from the 100 to the 150, the 200. Those three share the same side plate, just have a difference in the width of the frame. So the 100 is the more narrow frame. Those of you that are looking at this are thinking right away of the Penn Squitter Junior. Well, here's the Squitter Junior. This one needs to be serviced, but this is your Squitter Junior. This is your Surfmaster. The spool size is the same. The difference on the Squitter is the ball bearing setups. Still a nice reel overall on the 100. You can cast it beautifully. You can see it spinning nicely, and this one shows its wear. It should. The reel is probably 40 or 50 years old, and some of the plating has come off the crossbars. Not a problem. The 100 features that single take-apart screw system for the release of the side plate. You simply turn it counterclockwise, pull it out, and give it a short turn. And if you're buying a reel at a flea market or yard sale or anything, and you find a Penn reel with the single take-apart screw system, ask the owner if it would be okay for you to remove the side plate. You do want to inspect the inside of the reel, and if it's nice and clean like this, well, you know that if they're asking a premium price, it's probably deserved, because it appears to be in very nice condition. There's no varnishing on it. There's no old greases and the like. Doesn't appear to be any damage and the like. That's an advantage to being able to shop for one of these. To put it back on, you simply, there's studs on the side plate. Find the receptors, push it forward, tighten the screw, and you're on your way. All right, so you set me at 100. Next up then is probably one of the early pen reels. It is. It is missing a reel seat screw. It has your eccentric on backwards, your free spool release. And that's because some folks haven't figured out how this reel works. This is the Pen 85. To put that lever correctly, all you have to do, well, it's probably not installed correctly. It's not installed correctly. Wow, they really messed that one up good. So this one is completely backwards and upside down, and everything else you could possibly do wrong. To release this free spool, you're actually going to have to push it in, which is kind of crazy. And well, maybe we'll do a short video for you on how to reset that. Normally there's a balance point on that spring where you can do it. This one looks like it probably got what I'll call the toilet bowl treatment. The toilet bowl cleaner has hydrochloric acid in it. It will strip off all of the finish that was here, all the plating. So you can see that this was probably removed because they wanted to clean all of the parts. They're all down to their brass components, and they got left up, cleaned up, and otherwise restored. You're going to have to pay particular attention if you've done this, because that leaves the brass and that exposed. You're going to have to clean the reel off after every use, but that's okay. You should be doing that anyway. And well, we'll fix this issue for him, and we'll move on. This reel has got a wooden knob on it that usually signifies that it was made pre or during World War II. After World War II, Penn switched over to the Bakelite knobs, and on these they went to a cone handle. It kind of looks like an ice cream cone. It's not a round handle, but it's not the Bakelite football either. All right, we'll get that one fixed for Scott. Third one up. Scott knows that I like these. This is the Speedmaster. This is a Shimano Triton reel. These are beautiful reels. Right now in the marketplace, I don't know what Scott was paying for these. Right in the marketplace, these are running about $125 or so in a used condition, good used condition. A very nice reel. It's got the Fighting Star drag to it. You set, and then you can work within that set. It's a looks like we have an issue here with the free spool release. Yeah, something's not right inside here. So what's probably happening here is we probably have dried grease and the like inside the drag stack. If it spins the handle while free spooling, you know that there's an issue. If you hold the free spool, you'll see it is free spooling, but it's sticking. So it's either bad yoke springs that are not in that yoke assembly there, yoke springs, yoke, jack, that's not pulling the gear off of the spool enough, or you have dried grease on the spool or dried grease in the pinion gear. Regardless, we need to fix that for Scott as well. And then finally, we got an oldie, and this one should be fun. This is the Montague Favorite. So Montague was a rod manufacturer up in Massachusetts. They had an affiliation with Ocean City. They were friends, and then they weren't friends, and then they were friends again, and then eventually Ocean City bought the company. But this one's before then. I'm going to guess this is 1920s or 30s. Seems to be a lot of problems going on with this reel. You should not have a gear post that moves like this. That means that there's an issue in here. If there's a bushing inside, the bushing's worn or something. We'll maybe take it apart just to see what's going on there. You also have some studs here that appear to be screws that have been broken off. So I hope you didn't pay too much money for it, but it is kind of fun to at least go back in history and learn a little bit about the reel and see what you got for your efforts there. All right, so that's box one, not to be undone. There's a second box here. As I mentioned, he's got so many this time around that well, we're just going to have to do it in two parts here. So the second box, it's a beautiful conditioned reel. This is the Daiwa B4000 reel. This reel was made in Japan. These are fun. These have a little bit of a different setup than you would normally see on the Daiwas. There's a whole series of these. They went from very small reels up to this one. I think maybe the largest of them. But nice reel overall. 1970s bang bail release. It hits this side of the post, trips the bail. We'll get that serviced. I think I'll do a video on that one. I haven't done one of those lately. And then we have a Mitchell 407, and I can hear Chris in the background already on this one. I have not seen this version of the reel, so we will almost definitely do this one, a Garcia Mitchell 407. The odd number means that it's a right-hand drive reel, or sometimes it's called a lefty reel because lefties are more attuned to it. I like the blue color behind it. The blue color normally is a recognition that it is a high-speed reel as opposed to the 300 series, which is the lesser. This one is in excellent condition. You can see it still has the original sticker on here. It says a 4.5 retrieve, which would make it a high-speed reel. We'll definitely do a video on this one for Scott. So the first two boxes are his flea market finds, with a special call out and a thank you for supplying me with the pen Squall. You can see we've got a lot of opportunity here to do some wonderful educational videos, as well as show you how to service them if you happen to have one of these yourself. So Scott, thanks for sending these in. I think your fan base is probably growing. They're always wondering what's Scott buying today. And well, we'll find out more in the part 2 of this video. So thank you for watching so far. Stay tuned to watch more. To our first responders and essential personnel, thank you for everything it is that you do to keep us safe. Your efforts are appreciated. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, encouraging you to find some reels at yard sales, garage sales, flea markets, or whatever. Learn the art of reel repair, keep your reels serviced, and enjoy a day on the water. Have a great day.